Hey guys, welcome back to King of Beta. We are here for game 2 of GhostBomb Lahopaa. First game was an 8-round romp, is how I guess I would describe it. GhostBomb's deck was very unique, but it needed board control. And first Bombard comes out, and it was over. And turn 8, GG. We'll see if game 2 is any different. Once again, this is the Purple Pansy, along with Vulcanine.
Hey.
And here are the decks. And looking at it, they did switch sides. Lahopaa over here, GhostBomb over here, on the right. GhostBomb needed to switch off that deck, and it looks like he went to more of a Gravelock deck here.
Yeah, this deck looks pretty much just like a modified Gravelock deck. It's got Automated Forge in it, but Automated Forge is just a really good energy control. And then another big highlight of it is that it has Solemn Giant in it, which kind of is in keeping with the general like powerhouse melee combat Gravelock theme.
Yeah, he's got power trips in there. He's got Echomatons. I think he's expecting to get to high resources to use stuff like Solemn Giant. So
and then one of the big things about it is with the power trip along with the Uhu Longnose, it's going to be kind of interesting because he's going to be able to pull a lot of aggression out of almost nowhere.
Yeah. All right, let's jump right into the game. Once again, they switch sides. If you're a little confused from that deck list, here we go.
Well, he gets a pretty good starting hand.
Yeah, I think anything with an Automated Forge is pretty decent.
GhostBomb's got a pretty good starting hand too. You can open up with that Gravelock Raider. Gravelock Raider is not that great on its own, but it gets really powerful in conjunction with Elder and Machinated. Mm-hmm. So he pitches Uhu and decides to play Gravelock Guard. Gravelock Guard is it kind of serves a similar function to Charge Coil, but it's has more mobility. So he's going to be able to kind of ignore Lahopaa's side of the board if Lahopaa can't get rid of the Gravelock Guard.
Yeah. I love my Charge Coils, so I love Gravelock Guard. Especially in the early game, though, when idols are just out in the open, not really anything blocking them. It's easy to get rid of those wimpy creatures.
Yeah, and the board generally has a low density of units, so you have a higher probability of hitting what you want to hit.
Mm-hmm.
GhostBomb goes ahead and burns the Canonetta, which is definitely the right choice. A Machinated Canonetta would probably be the end to him. Game. So
yeah, I would say this deck has more comeback mechanics, but doesn't mean you want the Bombard Machinated to come out and really screw you up early like the Bombard did last time.
Most definitely, and it looks like GhostBomb's getting out that Elder, so it's gonna bump up all of the Gravelocks on the field, which is gonna help him out a lot because it puts most of his units out of a real threat range of Lahopaa's removal spells, which is always good.
Now he decided not to move up with the Automaton. I guess he's baiting them down.
I think that he wants to have GhostBomb's units move down so that they're within range of that Stormrunner without putting the Stormrunner in a dangerous position. The last thing that Lahopaa really wants to do here is to completely lose board presence, and Dust Runner is one of Energy's main board presence reclaiming units.
Ooh,
Yeah.
using a VD on the Stormrunner.
I mean, GhostBomb knows that. GhostBomb is like we've said before, GhostBomb is an extremely practiced energy player.
Yep.
He knows energy, and he knows that the biggest threats on the board are your Canonettas and your dust or your Stormrunners because of the machinated combos
Yep.
and because of the repetitive
Anything with that synergy.
combos.
Anything that's able to board wipe with one scroll.
Yeah,
Get
and
out
I
of the way
think
quick.
an important thing to point out here is that even though it looks bad for Lahopaa, he's actually not losing anything in those 2 units dying because he maintained 2 energy at the end of his turn, so they both came back to his hand.
Mm-hmm.
So he can use the Replicaton as just kind of this ever-present guard that can guard the center idol, which is the most important idol. But
Unfortunately, that Solemn Giant is going to keep on ticking, and it's going to take out an idol pretty much every turn.
yeah, that Solemn Giant is going to, or really at the moment presents an enormous problem for Lahopaa. I'm not sure if he's actually going to be able to recover from that because there's not much that Lahopaa's going to be able to put down that is going to be a good defense against it.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the game.
Yeah, that's it. Man, okay, first game was an 8-round game, second game goes 10 rounds the other way. We are seeing a really aggressive energy in all these games, an energy that is able to board wipe really quickly and that is able to take out idols extremely quickly. It's kind of ridiculous when this is called King of Beta, but I don't think at any time during the beta we've been in a meta with such an aggressive energy.
Yeah, and I think that energy really with the kind of creation of this new Gravelock subtype has kind of divided into distinct subfactions.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have your kind of ranged energy deck, and then you have your hyper late game structures, and then you have this really aggressive, almost like growth like in nature Gravelocks. And you can see how just absurdly aggressive these Gravelocks are because you just get them down on the field and you just oppress you put your opponent on the back foot until they just lose. And that's exactly what happened here.
Yeah, the Solemn Giant got out so early, and normally when you put out an early Solemn Giant, it's just there for looks, right? You're not planning on pumping that thing, but when he's got the resources to take out an idol each turn, that was an aggressive Solemn Giant, and the Gravelock guards were taking out people while hitting idols, and the game was going to end super quick, and he did have the Replicaton wall, but wasn't able to actually get rid of the problem unit.
Yeah, and a big part of that was actually that he had the Elder on the board, which turned all of the Gravelock guards into 3 attack units, and his 2 Gravelock guards on the board were attacking every other turn, and they weren't attacking on the same turn. So he had this consistent oppression with the Gravelock guards, which allowed him to invest his resources into attacking with the Solemn Giant.
Yep, and we'll see what happens in Game 3. Now it's Lahopaa on the back foot. We'll see if he changes decks to deal with this new Gravelock deck that GhostBomb has brought out. I don't know if we'll see GhostBomb change. Like I said, he has 2 energy decks, and the first one gave him he had a little bit of a rough time with the first one. I'm pretty sure we can bet on him bringing out this one again in the third. But we'll see what Lahopaa brings out. See if we have a different match. Had 2 really quick matches. We'll see if the third one is the same way. Once again, this is the Purple Pansy along with Vulcanine. And we will see you in Game 3 for King of Beta.